Everybody, hey, back again. Hey, so first things first, I have to report from my top team, the Houston Texans, going to re-sign my boy Dalton Schultz to a 3-year deal. Let's go. Solidify the tight end position. Him and Brevin Jordan going to be the best two tight end systems since Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. Let's go. Bit of a reach there on that one, but I ain't going to lie. I just had to get that out. Also on top of that, too, real quick, I just also got news. Well, I didn't get news. I just found out about it with Tre'Davious White and Pryor both getting released from the Buffalo Bills. Man, it is crazy. Then on top of that, free agency with the running backs, no one got tagged. I guess they ain't it. And Christian Wilkins did not get tagged. That is also a surprise to me as well. Guys, I don't know where to start, but I know where to finish. Hey, hitting that like button and go ahead and subscribe. Check me out on this, guys. First things first, let's go ahead and jump into my boy, Dalton Schultz for the Houston Texans. I am not going to lie to y'all. I'm happy that this offensive weapon is coming back. It means Tank Dell, Miko Collins, then, of course, the great Dalton Schultz. Now that he's got to go in the draft, get a running back. Then, of course, if we want to get a receiver, we can. I'm cool with either or on that one. But adding Schultz back is really good. Chemistry for C.J. Stroud. I'm loving every second of it because deep down inside, I think that Schultz really he's really a good X factor, and he proved himself too, especially in the Cleveland game. A lot of games really, but Cleveland game, especially in the playoffs, can be utilized as a great weapon. And this is where I feel like a lot of people really need to start homing in and thinking about, if you're Texans fans like me, where do we go from here? And how do we make it work? Obviously, offensively, we're straight. Defensively is where we're going to probably go heavy in the draft at, more than likely. I wouldn't be surprised. We've got to repair that defensive line. But seeing Schultz get his own, I'm very happy about that. I do like that a lot. Good on a 3-year deal. Let me know, though, guys, in the comments what you think about Dalton Schultz being re-signed to the Texans. Now, let's jump over to them good old running backs that did not get tagged. And I think it's about to be a whirlwind. Oh, yeah, it's about to be a whirlwind of running backs. And it's crazy because you know what? I think none of them are going to get signed until after the draft. That's just me. I think a lot of them are going to have a long, extended vacation in Cabo. Remember when Zeke did that? He went to Cabo instead. But, yeah, y'all going to have a long, extended vacation of running backs if you're there in the league. And it's really sad because the value for the market is going down in running backs a lot, man. Especially when you can find a Pacheco. I swear to God, that dude runs like he's wearing Timberland boots. If you find a Pacheco in the 7th round, you're paying him probably less than $2 million a year. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to break the bank for no 11 or 12 million a year at running back. So that's just, and I understand where they're coming from. But then again, when you got the Saquon Barkleys, the Austin Ecklers, the Derrick Henrys, the Josh Jacobs, and they don't get tagged, it starts to make you wonder how valuable is the running back position. And for me, quite frankly, I'm going to be real with you, keeping a buck with you. I only see it one way. And the only way I see it as the fact that it's just best to go get these weapons in the draft. However, I feel like this draft is very deep with running backs, with Bucky Irving, Dylan Johnson, Marshawn Lloyd, Blake Corum, Braylon Allen, Trey Benson, and Jonathan Brooks. It's so many good offensive running backs. Offensive, you can't be running back on defense. So many good running backs in this draft alone is probably going to get taken off the board in the 3rd or 4th round. Even Ray Davis out of Kentucky. There's so many. It starts to make you say to yourself, are you really worried about signing a running back right away? Now, there's upper echelons of running backs, obviously, right? To me, I think, people like your Saquon Barkleys and your Derrick Henrys and your Josh Jacobs are definitely going to get signed the top 3, and we'll dive into that. But right now, it's just about the value of the running back position, and I'm so frustrated on so much because it's hard to break it. It's hard to break it to these kids in the future that pretty much you got to get your money while you can. And Shannon Sharpe said it best a couple of days on his show. It's crazy how...
In a quarter mile, keep left to continue on...
Forgive me for that. Yeah, I had to cut the GPS off. So, it's crazy how Shannon Sharpe said it best, how the Broncos have $85 million to pay Russell Wilson off, but they can't seem to find money to pay these players. They got their money, so get your money while you can. break the bank while you can, especially. I just think that running back, you're always getting banged up. You're always getting brutal. And to be honest with you, I think the team that perfected this two-back, these multiple running backs, was the New Orleans Saints. They didn't even realize how good they were and how far ahead of their time there was with a two-back system that was really effective. That really was really good for them. But in 2018, 2019, that time frame right there. So that's just something for me right there that I wanted to just dive in and talk about for a little bit with the value of the running backs. Now, top destinations for Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs. The trio is what I'm going to talk about. Austin Eckler is the outside looking in. I feel like Austin Eckler is going to be a gadget guy anywhere he goes. But let's talk about it. For Saquon Barkley, automatically off the rip, first things first, as a Texans fan, you know I would love to see him in that nice battle red, navy blue, kill him with the logo, with the star. Boom, boom, boom. I would love to see that. But I'm going to be realistic. I think that we're going to go in the draft and get one. But I'm just saying it would be nice. Now, what I will say is top destination-wise for the Texans, because offensively, we've got the weapons, offensive line. The division is not as strong just yet. It's up for grabs, as always. Then on top of that, he doesn't have to go through the pound game. We got two other running backs with Dameon Pierce, and, of course, we're going to probably re-sign Dalvin Singletary. That boy should get paid too as well. But, I think that's a good fit for us there at the Texans. Now, the number 2 spot, believe it or not, keep it in the state, Dallas, Texas. The Cowboys, oh, man. Saquon Barkley, running back for the Cowboys behind Dak Prescott. That is going to be something to really look at and home in and beyond. Like, just I'm looking at it right now. Behind the great wall that Dallas has built, and they're probably going to go rebuild in this draft as well. Get you somebody like a Saquon Barkley. Man, that is right there is going to be lovely to look at running back wise. Takes a lot of pressure off of Dak, hands it off. Be like the good old days with him and Zeke. Now, next in line after that, and it's crazy enough, I hate to say this, but Eagles could use him as well. Not as prolific as the teams that I'm going to say. Eagles, Raiders, so on and so forth. These are honorable mentions. But like I said right away, definitely Texans, Cowboys, and then, of course, I hate to say this, and it sucks because they just got rid of a running back to get another running back. San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. I think that would be a perfect fit for him, is to go to the Los Angeles Chargers. Not only for the simple fact that Austin Eckler couldn't get the job done, it's just the fact that Jim Harbaugh is there, style of running, style of play, bringing that in. Then on top of that, Joshua Kelly and Isaiah Spiller, really not the kind of guys that can break away and be that number 1 back just yet. But bring him in, and man, you got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams if he's healthy 100%. You got your boy Quentin Johnston, Texas native. Shout out to him. Guys like that coming in. Well, Quentin Johnston's going to have to step up, to be honest. He's going to have to step up big time. But right now, those are the kind of guys I like to see. And I like to see Saquon in that area. Now, next up is Derrick Henry. He's a bit more physical of a runner, a bit more grimy, more down, is a business decision type player. I see him in more of a place like Buffalo. That would be kind of the best place for Derrick Henry, something like that. But they've got James Cook there, so really the Buffalo market is dead. Derrick Henry's a bit different. He's not as versatile as Saquon. Some of the similar teams like the Cowboys could use Derrick Henry. That would be, oh man. That would be scary to look at. Derrick Henry definitely going to the Cowboys would be very, very nice. I could see him actually playing in Miami just because there's so many backs back there. Kind of just want to go chase a ring at this point. He's already been paid big money. So I could see that where he goes to chase a ring. Obviously, Devon Achane. Then on top of that, Raheem Mostert. And then adding Derrick Henry, 3-headed monster back there. I know that's a lot. Now, I'm going to say this team, because this is, I think, the destination he's going to probably end up going anyways. I'm going to say this team for the simple fact is because they have the money now. And I know how this offensive coordinator thinks, really the head coach, how he thinks. And that's going to be between Tampa and the Broncos. this is where I think the destination for Derrick Henry is going to be the best at, is the Broncos and Tampa Bay. For the simple fact of the matter is, Bronco land, they can go and rebuild their offensive line. Sean Payton's got a good running back. He's going to go get his quarterback that he wants in this draft. Sure enough about it. Why not go ahead, take heed to that, home up to it, and it's just going to be smooth sailing ever since then from that right there. I get to see Derrick Henry running all over the AFC West, man. All over him, man. Now, you want to flip it to the other side, put him in Tampa Bay, pair him up with Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, White as well at running back. Man, they're going to be all right. They're going to be nice too as well. But the heavy destination will be definitely for the Broncos. Now, last but not least is Josh Jacobs at running back. I hate to say Josh Jacobs is not as valuable as everybody else, but he really is. He's actually a Saquon Barkley on great value. That's what he really can be. So I like to see him more. How can I say this? I would like to see Josh Jacobs in a system somewhere like Houston. Obviously, Dallas could use all three. Dallas. I would love to see him actually in Arizona. That's another place I would love to see him at, Arizona. And then on top of that, I would love to see him in either like a Green Bay, or I wouldn't be surprised to see him in Minnesota. And the reason why I didn't bring up Saquon to Minnesota, even though that would be a great fit too on top of that. Also, like I said, all three of them could go to Minnesota. How about that? That's even more fair. But putting Josh Jacobs in Minnesota is probably the best for him as well. Just because of the style of that offense, man. That offense is so much, and they have so many scrambling QBs running around, raid offense, and on top of the Arizona as well. So that's kind of where I see Josh Jacobs. Now, defensive side of the ball, we got Christian Wilkins, free agents. Christian Wilkins is about, almost 30 years old, I think? To fact check that one. But Wilkins is actually a damn good defensive tackle. Nose tackle. That's a really good player. I don't think Miami, they not going to let him just walk. They're not going to let him just walk. They got to do something. But him not being tagged says a lot. Destinations, teams that need a good defensive lineman. Chargers need it. Shoot, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even mind seeing him paired up with Aaron Darnold down there in the Rams as well. I could see him going to, we wouldn't be able to afford him. Texas wouldn't be able to afford him. He could come to Dallas. He could come to New Orleans. New Orleans would definitely love Christian Wilkins. New Orleans would definitely love. Jacksonville, keep him in the state. So, I really, that would be, man. Woo! Man. I just started thinking, man, like, golly, that would be good. Jack down in Jacksonville? Man. Really? I know a lot of people are going to overlook this, but I wouldn't mind seeing Christian Wilkins go to Carolina, too, as well as a defensive lineman. That would be nice, because, in the draft this year, the Panthers don't have much capital in the draft, so something like that I wouldn't mind seeing. I don't know. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. These are just a little bit of the free agency hunt that I'm talking about right now. As always, like I said, what you can do is that, but pretty much like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about these destinations. Yo, peace. I'm out.